Alright guys, today's Q&A is why is having standards, boundaries, and expectations important for your peace? I'll wait. Now, before we can even explain the why, we must understand the what. So let's talk a little bit about what boundaries are, what standards are, and what expectations are. Alright, so let's start with boundaries. Now, these are going to be the personal limits you set to be able to protect your emotions, your mental, and your physical well-being. You see, boundaries, they define what's acceptable and what's not acceptable from others towards you. For example, because you value your time, you decide not to answer any calls relating to work after a certain time. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about standards. What are standards? Well, this is a level of quality or principles that you hold yourself and others to. Meaning, they are your personal measure of what is acceptable with behavior, performance, and relationships. For example, you can have a standard that you only associate with people that are respectful and purpose-driven. Period. Alright, so what is expectations? Well, this is what you anticipate or require from yourself or others in a given situation. Meaning, they communicate what behavior or outcomes that you consider normal or fair. For example, in the barbershop world, when a customer is coming to get their hair cut, their expectation is to leave out with an amazing cut and feeling better than they did when they got there. Now, all three of these are very vital, important, imperative, however you want to call it, for 5 reasons. 1, it protects your mental and emotional health, meaning it prevents burnouts, resentment, or manipulation. Number 2, it promotes respect. And the reason why I say that because others know how to treat you after you set boundaries, after you set expectations, and after you set your own standards. Number 3, they encourage personal growth. And what I mean by that is when you have these, you hold yourself accountable and you maintain integrity. Number 4, they prevent misunderstandings because clear expectations reduces any conflict. And last but not least, what this does is strengthen your relationships because when people know what is acceptable, it just leads to healthier connections. Now, let me tell you how all 3 of them work together as a team. Think of it as a little triangle. So let's look at it like this. Boundaries are those walls that's going to protect you, right? Your standards are what you live by in those walls. And expectations are the agreements you communicate with others about how you interact with them. Now, if you know me, you know I have to make a quick example to get a better illustration. So, in an example of a romantic relationship, the boundaries are no cheating, right? The boundaries are no cheating. Now, the standard around this is that both partners will communicate openly and honestly. And the expectation should be weekly check-ins to discuss each other's feelings and plans for the future. So what I want you to do today, set your boundaries, define your standards, and speak your expectations. Don't be scared. Remember what God said, rejection is only protection. So embrace your values. Don't compromise them. Embrace your identity. Don't be somebody you're not. And please protect your peace and watch how your life becomes so much better. Until the next time, amen.